Can't believe the stream exploded into gore. Also, hey, look, I found a dead guy. But it did not explode into gore. Lesson of Chester the Vries. We're in the middle of our reconnaissance of the dungeon when a group of those grotesque beings attacked our detachment. Jesus Christ. Far were those unfortunate enough to still be breathing and fought over their weapons and armor with maces. In combat, the largest of them never watches its back, and the smallest much more skittish cover themselves frequently. The rivets that hold the blades of the rough armor seem to be very weak. Perhaps by heating them, a weakness may be found. Return elevator does not work, and the cannibals have me surrounded. These lines will be my last remains from my teachings. Well, I guess I did, even though I figured all that out without reading that. It's more of an afterthought. But now that I got the extra thing, and that I found the deep lore, we can realize that there are apparently 2 more places as opposed to just one, like I thought there was. So if we offer up the blood to go this way instead of the way that opened by default, we end up... oh. Can we even do anything here? We can destroy the statues that look like the skinny men. And we can find another dead guy. What will he tell me to do? Cry of Noalan the Miserable. They can't blame me for running faster or for knowing how to hide better than them. Now they're all dead, damn it. If I had the resources necessary, I would leave this place at once. Yet here I am trapped in this burning dungeon, infested by that blood from which all types of monsters arise. Surrounded by the skulls of those who have gone on to a better life, which I had wait across this pit of execution. Perhaps with some type of explosive I could make that enormous cage fall. Too bad I didn't steal that bag of gunpowder. Well, alright, so that's a hint to her. Hey, guess what? You can't actually do anything there. Right now. Should give up. And go this way instead. Let's see. Oh dear. We get another point right here where we can go like back and forth between the real world and the castle, but you know, before we go there, why don't we check out this exciting jumping puzzle with the chains. Actually, okay, yeah, that's where the wolf thing is. So I think we're gonna have to go back that way later, but right now we have to go this way. And climb the chains, which slowly fall when we're holding onto them. And apparently we have enough experience to buy a new skill. Don't know if I'm gonna heed that right now though. Oh, time for some wacky times. After that puzzle, you know, that feels like a King's Quest puzzle right there. One part in King's Quest 5 where if you don't pick exactly the right place to jump, you just fall and die immediately. there's someone else here. Wonder what has she got to say?
My prince.
The solar system from the other.
I know what you're saying. But Medusa has it. Free the dwarf. He can help me.
Well, I do wonder who this dwarf could be that she was talking about. And it couldn't be anything that we've seen in the past. Oh, okay, wasn't sure if I was going to make that. Okay, you know, might as well be Darien. You know, after stuff that the game doesn't really make it clear whether you're supposed to be going after it right now or not. Probably should have just jumped like that without running. Hey, did you know you can see all the artwork you have collected in the extra section of the main menu? Because I didn't. Didn't know about these turtle guys coming out of the ground either. Oh, oh. Oh. Oh boy. Green dust. Why don't I just use the combined attack sweep thing? I think it might actually be a good idea for once, if I'm taking fire from 2 sources and all that. Okay, this guy's being a little too bashful. There we go. Take a sip. And see what else we got. Like, I guess we couldn't have come up here while all those guys were alive, I don't even know. What do we got here? Diary. Doubt of Rainer the Illiterate. Can't understand why it can be so difficult to advance through the castle. Heart of hungry beasts are harder healed, and the dark abyss blocks our path. A small man insists that we cross using some sort of magical mechanism. He's trapped in some sort of cage, and although we hear him clearly, the meaning of his words is entirely indecipherable to us. Roland fell first and Eric was crushed. Frederick almost made it, but he became overconfident and slipped at the last moment. 100% people better trained than us. Well, guess who's over there? The camera's not gonna focus too much on him right now. Also, I just noticed that because my stream died and then reloaded. Oh, it's playing in the browser in the background, so let me go ahead and not have that be the case. It's alright, fine, I'll upgrade a skill. What do you want me to upgrade? Combined sweep. Rising whip. Is that all? Can I get anything from this? Can upgrade the basic sweep. Probably a good idea. Or basic cut. Better idea than the other thing that the game wanted me to upgrade anyway. Alright, now let's use this device. Do you know how this works? We unfold it with the left stick, and then when we find an anchor point like that, it stays there. Till we cross over at least and use the device at the other end. And then we get a plea.
My lord! Oh, what a great and unexpected honor, my prince! What can this humble servant do for you, my lord?
Medusa. Where can I find her?
I know where she is, Excellency! If I was free from this prison, I could help you find her.
Try any one of your tricks, and it'll be the last thing you'll ever do.
You won't regret it, most gracious prince.
Alright, so Kojima's back, aka Chupacabras. Had always been thought he was some sort of blood-sucking monster until later research showed that they were more like mischievous forest creatures that played with the belongings of gullible travelers, according to us. Latter assertion was not entirely true either. There are not many Chupacabras, rather it is a single immortal being that has roamed completely free from time immemorial. Its incredible wisdom is only comparable to the originality of its mischief and the value of the relics it carries in its backpack. Take your word for it. Although Dracula, who tired of its jokes, locked it up in the deepest dungeon, depriving it of continuing the business established in the castle. Run off with my books. Bring back my stuff, you macrocephalic baboon. Run to the Master Librarian. Even though I don't think there is a Master Librarian character in this. They just put that quote there as a reference to the character of the symphony, I feel.
There's a mechanism inside the exit door.
Besides the exit door, right. I think there's a limit to how many of these you can extend at every anchor point. I couldn't do like 5 of them. And I do see a thing back there, so let's see if we can... get over there. See what's waiting for us over here. There we go. There's a thing to release him beside the exit door here. Oh, there it is. Well, how would you open the exit door itself? Alright, here we go. I'll very slowly fulfill this request. Because I can only operate this thing so fast, you know. And there we go. Well, I guess now the cage is bound to the bridge. So I can't really use it by ourselves, right? That's where we need to take it. Ah. And there we are. That's probably the last step.
My lord, my prince! Thank you, thank you so much for this infinite kindness. I don't know how to thank you enough.
You gave me your word. Make sure you keep it.
Of course, my prince, of course.
Alright, well. I wonder how much of that was actually necessary, but there you go.
I hope I have pleased you, Excellency.
Get out of my way.
Whatever you say, my prince. With your permission, Majesty, I would like to reopen my humble shop here in the castle. For your own personal needs, of course. With your leave, sire, you can count on a most generous discount on all articles for sale. I hope to be of service to you, O great and powerful one.
Well, okay then. One more thing we're gonna have to be aware of now. Try time to offer my blood and see what kind of incredible path that's gonna open up to me. Path that requires me to walk slowly, I guess. Not sure if it's because of... Okay, it is. I was gonna say not sure if it's for dramatic effect or because he don't want me to run ahead and fall off. Or discover that there's some invisible wall they put there that prevents me from falling off, you know, either or. Right, I see no... I don't know what I see no more of. I do see this thing. I do see the birds. Birds are not very friendly. I'm pretty sure you know, at this point I'm gonna be glad that I got the guillotine skill, because without them fighting these things is more of a pain in the ass. It has to be. Of course, actually being able to hit them even with the guillotine skill is a bit of a trial in and of itself. Oh, okay, I fell. I wonder if we can... What am I doing? You see the button for grabbing in the first game, which is not the same button for grabbing in this game. For grabbing the Harpy of the Depths. Evil beings have roamed the castle since Bernard's demonic pact was formed. Maybe the Dracula enslaved most of them, adopting only the few that were powerful or wild enough to deserve their freedom. Was the case of the Harpies, ferocious beasts whose appearance has been deformed terribly by years of seclusion underground far from the mountains they came from. Protect the rooms of the three sisters while they await the arrival of new sacrifices. Winged witches are like wyverns in the air, but they're little more than hens on the ground. Oh boy. Heard it here first, I guess. That they said that. Oh, we got a new relic. Where did I come from, by the way? I think, like... should have a bit more of a look at this area back here that I just kind of glossed over before. Oh, see, there's that guy here. Wonder what we can learn from him, the Dornian and the Gorgon. She climbs the wall seducing as he dresses in rags without shame like a girl in a brothel. She is a worm in my cadaver. Alright. Into my head, my guts still hang from her mouth as she whispers in my ear, I'm still hungry. Oh boy. I gladly feed a little girl. I die with the pride of a father who fasts to feed his children. My soul will become yet another spark in the primordial chaos. Soon she will come around the corner and eat me, another satisfied victim. Alright, so that's how they operate, I guess. Better to tell than to show, as you know. Alright, what else? I feel like I was gonna do something else back there, but I completely forgot about it. Oh well. Oh boy, more lore. That didn't take long. Reginald the Camp, the Harpy Killer. Although my life is about to end, my words could still offer knowledge and value to those who read them carefully enough. Writing with my own blood because the merciless winged women have wounded me seriously. Blade of my sword pierced their flesh repeatedly. I was only able to cause them great pain and force them to flee. No combat instruction includes this type of training. Anyone who can bring them to ground will enjoy a more complete victory than mine. Of course, I don't remember if they ever point out to you that basically what that means is you have to use the guillotine to bring them to the ground. For fuck's sake. And that's what you do, right? Fine, I'll upgrade shit. Is there anything here? There's not. I do see something else over here that's probably gonna bug me. If... okay, no, I can't upgrade it yet though. It's just possible to upgrade it. It'll bug me if I have enough experience to do one of those things, and I don't actually do it immediately. I think you're supposed to bring them to ground with a guillotine, I'm not so sure anymore. That's supposed to mean the thing where if you put them on the ground they're gonna be defenseless, refers to how when you finally beat enough or deal enough damage to them that they turn yellow and you can do the grab. And they stay on the ground. Maybe that's what that means, I don't know. It's really hard to tell with this game pretty much at any time. Oh yeah, these renewal relics I'm getting, I should probably take a look at them. Stallus Clock slows enemies down with each strike of your weapon awards and awards extra experience points, though those help you find nearby secrets. Meanwhile, probably not gonna use them since I got Stallus Clock. That's only for the... how to use them though, pretty sure there's lore behind them too. Find that here perhaps, yep. I can also read about the void projection. It freezes shit like waterfalls, even though that's a bit harder to believe than you would imagine. Seal of Alastor, a blood oath can kept the ghost of Alastor from leaving the mortal world. His spirit was anchored to weapons that made him famous in life. The who carries the seal will enable the master to guide his fist and teach perfection in the art of dealing death. So I guess that's supposed to be a reference to the Alistair enemy from the old Castlevania games, which is a possessed sword. Stolas clock. Among the relics coveted most by the intelligent creatures of the abyss are the clocks of Stolas, the demon prince. He used his time to enclose the ashes of thousands of tortured bodies in fragile glass containers. On release, the ashes enveloped upon his enemies, slowing the passage of time and taking away a greater amount of combat experience. Alright. Did we read about the Tears of a Saint here yet? I guess not. Ancient belief attributes healing capabilities to the Tears of Saints. Kidnapped men and women of God, studying every vital fluid they were able to extract from their eye sockets. Okay. That's an interesting way to do it. Meat of the trusting dodos became a coveted treat for hundreds of years. This is a true story, by the way. Chupacabras found in them an even more valuable use and began to breed them secretly before they became entirely extinct. Buy it now and discover a secret. That's a reference to the dodo enemy being... I think there's the dodo enemy only exists in like 2 games. In the old continuity, those games being Symphony and Portrait of Ruin, and in both of those games it's basically a super rare kind of enemy that only shows up on like one screen in each of those games and doesn't even show up every time. Only shows up like, I don't know, 20% of the time that you go into that screen and go to a certain length of it. So, what better than a secret enemy to find secrets? Also more jailers with music that I can barely hear, but that sounds questionable to say the least. You know what? I can even hurt... Yeah, I can't hurt them from the side, so I was like, is that even possible? Thought maybe you can only hurt them from the back, but I guess not. Right now it's time to hit them with a healing thing. Oh, we can actually grab them. Didn't seem that way before. Or maybe it's just disable the first one of those things that you fight, since otherwise it wouldn't be possible to trigger the cutscene where it's like humiliated. I'm gonna have that gag, you know. Wouldn't you? An abandoned key and yet another thing. Ensnared demon. Grants unlimited chaos and void magic, which then evaporate when effects wear off. Unlimited chaos and void magic, which then evaporate when effects wear off. Oh, does that mean that you get unlimited stuff when it's yeah, I guess so. It's unlimited while it's in effect, but when it runs out, it completely depletes. I guess that makes sense. But we used a dungeon key, and I think we only got 1 dungeon key, even though we just killed 2 jailers, so... Don't even have any leftovers, even though... not too sure that in this game, if you're like actually trying to find all the secrets and get all the optional gem upgrades and what have you, I'm sure you need to like run around in certain parts of the game and find more jailers to kill, because there are some more secrets that require you to use those keys, even in areas that are completely disconnected from the areas that you fight them in. I wonder what this is about. Might as well fill out this room in the map. Master the skill, you can transfer its mastery to a shadow whip. Oh boy. What skill was it? Content to the weapon, increase the mastery level and make it stronger maybe? Well, there you go. When you master a skill by using it over and over until that fills up, then you can transfer the mastery to the weapon, and I think that makes it hit harder, but I don't even know. Somersault whip. I have Counter-Strike whip. I do. Should upgrade the guillotine. And so I have. Alright. Oh boy, another dead guy. Guild of Thorir of Norway. Right, so Norway exists in this world, apparently. Narrow passageways force us to advance in single file. For them to go ahead to ensure no one was left behind, and did not hear the clash of swords nor the sound of shields until the muffled yell of the men that ended as Sunday's hit had started. My men lie motionless, turned into tombs of stone in the shape of humans. What savage power could have condemned them? Perhaps it was the wrong commander who sentenced them with his final order. Run, fools. Right, so they got turned to stone? Yep, apparently they did. Wonder what that's about. Stuff turning to stone. I wonder what that could possibly be related to. Could it be related to this statue which is on fire for some reason?
My lord, the power of chaos is yours.
All right. Well, thanks for that, I suppose. So, how long have you been standing there?
Stanno, where is your sister?
She won't be long. Look, here she comes now.
Medusa.
Medusa, who's apparently already fallen to the evil blood. To our own inconvenience.
We can't let you leave here, my lord.
sure how this is possible, but whenever I say stuff like that, I realize just how much of this it can be applied to, not just this particular situation. Okay, this is different. Okay, time for some actual God of War this time. Sure, chaos close to destroy the barriers, so we shall. By the way, we can read about the Gorgon, which is blood possession of the three girls. Their obsession became real. The waving tentacles extended from its body, covering everything its past. Beast is described in ancient scrolls with the name of the Great Gorgon, even though it didn't exist before now, according to, I don't know. Magic pouring forth from its eyes, capable of turning anyone who views it into stone with hard skin that reveals its faces and sensitive tentacles as its only weak points. Unlock the secret of fire hidden in its heart, right. The warrior trapped the beast in ice and broke through its protection with the heat of the torch. So just like this. So there we go. I guess we just jump up and attack it like so. And try to not pay too much mind to its sudden sucker punch attacks. Or projectiles. Guess maybe I should use that stump, make use of that stump move that I keep reading about. It's probably been around since Sword of the Fate. Oh boy, now we have to do the opposite of what we were doing before with burning the what have you, the barriers. Not really sure we're supposed to do something there. Other than just take it. Oh man. Did you ever see Disney's Hercules? Well, that's one of the heads gone. Well, that looks like it might have hurt if it actually hit me, so I'm quite glad it didn't. But yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm meant to be doing. Avoid these sudden punch slams. It looks like when it does slam the claws down and then drag them, move. You can avoid it by either backing off or getting closer. Which makes a little more sense, I guess. We're getting closer if the actual claw isn't like all the way well, as close as possible to the main body that I can kind of master. Which I'm certain to doubt whether or not that was ever the case. Oh boy. There we go. I really don't know how I'm supposed to react to that. If at all. She can change directions, but by change directions I mean change positions, but seems like that's what I was doing before and it just made no difference. She just like sweeps along the entire length of the armor to me climbing. Well, I don't know, at least it's not like a big problem. So now what? Well, now we aim for the inside of the mouth when it's charging that move up, I guess. Which I don't know if it's coming to again right now. See, this kind of reminds me of some of the problems I had in the Forgotten One fight in the first game, which is like that since you have to jump to attack the enemy, that kind of leaves you unable to dodge, since you can't like dodge while in the air. And you have to wait until you land again to be able to move away quickly. Didn't matter in the end though. Okay, just ripped out its giant heart, I guess. Which wasn't then turned into a big old blood pile. You would imagine that since vampires, and specifically Dracula in this game, feed by, I don't know, ripping hearts out of their enemies and draining their blood, you would think that a heart that big would have been like, awesome, I can eat for days now. Well, I guess it was not to be. Orange glow indicates the object can be destroyed by a chaos bomb. Oh yeah, we have that now. Can now throw explosive crap with our daggers combined with the chaos power. Several pieces of burning mineral escaped when the chaos claws were forged. Right. Gotta write some flavor text. Also the... what is it? Ensnared Demon. Group of strange scholars presented the prototype for the first steam engine. It's impossible to explain how they could have invented such a sophisticated machine with the existing tools and knowledge. Would have been impossible. The framework did not hide human technology, but rather a complex mechanism fed by the magical energy of a demon trapped in its core. So, technology is Satan, okay. Also Chaos Claws. Possessed by a yearning for revenge, the Prince of Darkness attacked the pillars of his new home. The Chaos Claws were forged with contained fury, so... I guess he actually attacked the castle and... it kept reforming itself because creature of chaos... because handwave. Let's see what is over here. Can we... alright, let's buy a new skill then, whatever you say. Rising whip. Skill acquired, can't upgrade. Okay. Rising sweep. Counter-strike sweep. Alright, I'll get this, then I will get this. Can I do sustained sweep? Alright, I can't afford it though. Or the other one. So it's like whatever. Can I jump down here? And well, I can jump down here, but apparently I can't double jump here or anything. At least not that I can see. So yeah, we now have I already know how these things work here, I know. You told me this already. Absorb both kinds of magic. Oh, but I can't absorb both kinds at the same time? No, I can. I'm doing it now. Didn't really seem to be working a second ago. Here we go. And we get the first of these, the yellow or orange ones that upgrade the chaos magic capacity. And which I would rather, you know, not bother with until I found all the health upgrade ones at least. Followed by the blue magic ones. I could somehow rearrange each and every one of those that I got in the game and collect them in that order. It would probably be more convenient for me. But that would be ridiculous. Oh, okay. This kind of reminds me of a stage from, I think it was Kingdom Hearts. The one with Days in the title. It's pronounced in a really stupid way. It's like the desert world, the Aladdin world. You kind of come into a room just like this, with like a platform and a fall on the side, and there's a door like across a chasm that you have to solve some puzzle to extend the bridge towards, but it's a lot more complicated than, you know, just pulling a lever like we just did. Gives a sense of deja vu though. Oh man. Yeah, we can now break the armor of these fuckers with the Chaos Claws. Not that that was ever really a problem before, but, you know. Jesus Christ. There we go. Ow, ow. Ow. But what are you gonna do? Oh. Oh, I already mastered sustained whip, I just realized. That's why I wasn't getting any mastery from it. Oh, damn it. If you excuse me, I gotta go to bed now. Right, well, good night, default. Funny thing is, I'm probably gonna go to bed right after this, since actually been going to bed at very decent times recently, so I'm actually been pretty tired by the time the midnight comes around, which is not for a couple of hours yet, but it's relatively close. And though I don't have to actually get up any earlier in particular until the end of the month, and even then I'm not sure if that's gonna be the case. So I'm not entirely sure what my schedule is gonna be yet for the next several months. Boy, he exploded into gore. What a surprise that was. Right time to put a key in the Xbox logo again. And then mess up the quick time event. And then come back and try again. Try again to reveal one of these hallways that requires you to walk slowly so that you don't accidentally run ahead of where the game wants you to be at any given time. There we go. So here's another hidden loading screen, I guess, basically. It's still gonna hiccup slightly like that. Because this game was very well optimized. Well then, I wonder where we're headed now. Well, while we're riding the elevator, might as well actually read about the key. Come on. What can we learn about the key when we actually, do that and not just accidentally back out of the menu completely like I just did? Killing for wealth is a constant in the lives of the dungeon. Plants and turf wars are increasingly common. Crude metal keys. What other lore things did we miss? Biochemic scientist. Cloning biological weapons, genetic mutation, and biomechanical upgrades are some of the great achievements of the modern era. They have challenged God directly, deforming his creation with arrogance and pride, breaking the laws of nature or overstepping the bounds of ethics. In their search for success and power mean little to them. Found a life of slavery and torment under the order of Satan's acolytes. It is too late to repent. Alright. That's not poignant at all. Right, so also chaos power. I don't know why that was its own thing, but Dark Souls. So might as well get rid of the exclamation marks here. I'll finish getting this scrap. Sustained sweep. Which can now be upgraded, apparently.
My prince, what a great honor to have you in my humble business. Please, come in, come in. Make yourself at home.
Alrighty then. Looks serviceable.
We haven't got much merchandise. We've only just opened to the public. Please understand, Majesty. Well then, what do you think of my shop, sir?
Gee, I don't know.
The world is what you make of it, sir. If it doesn't fit, you make alterations. Now tell me, sir, how may I help you?
I'm pretty sure that the currency that you pay for stuff here is... yeah, it's experience, so... you get a Chaos Gem, a Seal of Alistair, a Void Gem. Of course, these cost 5,000 because they're one of a kind. And a Life Gem. And about artwork, well... 200 for a dungeon key. And stuff that apparently goes here, but that isn't here yet. So yeah, not really anything of interest right now. Well, there is one more thing we can do here, but I don't think you can do any of it yet.
Your emblem.
Or emblem.
The dragon returns.
The existence of dragons has been relegated to a mere mention in legend and myth, however their legacy has remained latent in the blood of their ancestors and inherited by their descendants. Old prophecy describes how a mysterious talisman was created in ages long past to ensure the return of the beast. When its centuries-old scales have been collected, will the dragon be reborn? Alright. I don't remember this at all. Who knows what this will end up being used for. Return to the city. I wonder if he'll be curious about where I've been. Alright. Hey, there's a handy-dandy wolf emblem place. To help us return to the real world, but we also have that thing over there, which I don't know if we have to interact with right now, but before we do that, let's see. Bad drink for Raoul Duke. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to come into this abandoned shop. The relics and potions, surely they're arcane and powerful, but I shouldn't have drunk in all the cups that were left. You can sleep here for a while. Even Dracula's dungeon seems like a nice place now. The only useless relic I found is this quill that transcribes everything you say. And apparently it also takes, phonetics into account. That's one interesting item. Secondary weapon. Oh, is this like the crystal, I guess? Can only be used after collecting 5 dragon scales. Yeah, I guess so. This is like the demon crystal from the first game. That makes sense. It also makes sense why I never used it, because I was very stingy about using those items before, also. Yeah, since this is kind of open world versus, or as opposed to episode-based, mission-based, we have these rooms to which we can offer our blood. And once we do that, this here should open up and we can get the intro to Game of Thrones. Here's to move quickly to other map rooms, of which I'm pretty sure I haven't actually discovered any others, but what if we do go back to Bernard's Wing? What will that result in for us? We end up back over at this place, which we couldn't cross before, but I think we can now. Also another diary. Misfortune of Albert the Wise. I reached the interior of a room that seems to contain some type of magical device. When I entered, he was gone. Might be some way to travel quickly from one side of the immense castle to the other. The mechanism seemed to be powered by blood. When I offered mine, a punch stabbed me with the palm of my hand and injected a strange fluid into my veins. Alrighty then, so he just offered up his blood and apparently it didn't take. Not really that surprising. that. Is that really good? I already have too many of Talisman Awakens regular dragon form. Oh, alright. Presumably that's what that's for. So now we should be able to... There we go, unlock that. And... oh, just barely make it to the edge there. And get whatever's in here. Or at least another void magic gem. Speaking of void magic, let's see. Looks like we got a freezable waterfall there, presumably leads to a secret. I just want practice getting over there first. I also have to presume the way this is gonna work is you get over here after freezing it from the platform back there. Right, let's see if we can get there in time. Not really sure if I will, but might as well give it a try. Should definitely be possible in theory. There we go. And we did that for this, so it seems. Is this a health upgrade gem? If so, then I guess I'm glad I got that. And I don't know, do we get a map? We do. But for now, we'll just go back and get on with the plot. Pretty sure we can skip this. Fairly certain you can skip this. Now, if you actually did that, then that would be even better. Can skip that though. Alright, let's wait for the loading screen to complete. And we can't go straight out of here with the wolf emblem, but before we do that, let's actually check out this thing here. Plate of sacrifice or whatever that said. And get the first of these Claydos, amazing relic from a long forgotten time in which warriors first for recognition had to pass the challenges that only it could offer. Had to find the runes had completed a total of 16. For every 4 runes they had the right to a series of challenges. Finding all the runes and completing the associated challenges is only within the reach of a chosen few. Read, I am not gonna do it. And that's not even any of the runes in there, it's just the base. Used to collect them. And I have to presume that this leads back to somewhere we've already been. Even though I don't know. Well, I do see a thing over there. I don't think I can access that right now though. So I kind of saunter around here and there to fill out as much ground on the map as possible. Let me check something. Namely, what happens if I go over to this room that looks like a big elevator and actually pull the lever in the corner here. What will become of me if I do this? This It's gonna take me somewhere I've already been, or a place near that. It's my main concern right now. Okay, this does look familiar. It looks like that place with the falling chains. Guessing that's where this is. Oh, okay. It looks like it's the same room, but you access it from a different direction too. For instance, gain access to touch another Plato's thing. Totally worth it, even though, like I said, I'm not gonna do those challenges. So what's going on here? Looks like... Right, I was gonna say, we should be able to like hang down the edge there, but we can't. Alright, so now what? Where does this even go? To wonder. I'll be able to easily get back to... Oh yeah, I can do this now. Forgot about that. And good thing too, because it looks like I'm gonna have to make use of that red chaos magic again. Even if it is apparently really difficult to get enough hits on one guy to break the armor. You what? Oh boy, alright, let's switch to the other magic so I can not die. I can avoid dying even if it's only for a little bit. I'm a little bit disheartened by how little damage I've done to these fuckers. Versus how easily they're smacking me around right now. Right, thank you for separating yourself from the rest of the group. Putting yourself in a position where I can easily get cheap hits on you. That was very thoughtful of me. Come on. I'm really not giving a rope. You not so much. Right, there we go, finally. Well, this should be survivable, I hope. But I'll take that. I made it to the point where I can actually get these swarms again. orbs, which I can't help but noticing to replenish a lot more magic at a time than they did in the first game. And now there's some low left, so this should go a bit smoothly now, I hope. Looks like the issue ahead of Firefox S5 has been abandoned or addressed in S6. That's E55 or 56. I will either or. Let's get here at least. I got a couple of extra keys. And this does look like a new place, or not a new place, the opposite of a new place. An old place. There's... okay. Apparently a wolf altar right here that I have to address. Have to access, not address. I don't know why I said that. These are those places that I completely ignored the first time I came around this part, didn't I? Oh well. Guess it's better late than never. Oh, wait a minute. I have an extra key, so... guessing this is not related to the place I'm actually supposed to go to. Keep following that wolf portal thing. What are you giving me here? Oh, experience. Okay, that's it. Alright, I guess I'll take that. Is there anything here I can afford? No, upgrade price for the sustained sweep. Oh, yeah, I might as well. Fuck it, I might as well finish upgrading everything on this tab before I move on to the others, like the Void Sword. I'd like to get this one next, but I can't afford it yet. I don't think I can afford anything yet. So where is the wolf? I didn't even show up. I did not catch that. Is it back there? Oh yeah, it's back there. Right. How do I get over there is my new question. I just jump? Well, I can just jump, but then that happens. Do I run and then jump? Oh, apparently that's not it either. Can I even get there right now? Is a better question, I think. Oh, wait a minute, that's... never mind, I wasn't supposed to come back down here. I just now realized what I'm supposed to do, I think. Supposed to come over here, and instead of going up here, I keep going to the left. There. Looks like I'm dropping Grease Monkey for Tamper Monkey. I think I pretty much always used Grease Monkeys. Not Grease Monkey, Tamper Monkey, since pretty much just Chrome for everything. Only use the Firefox or Waterfox builds.
Nice.
For the odd thing or two. Also, thanks for the follow, Nintendo. Of course, I only use like 1 or 2 things on Temper Monkey at any given time. Right, should I be down here? I don't even know. I should be in this area right now. If that's just like an unfortunate side effect of the area that I used the medallion. To come back here, I guess it doesn't matter. Can I get that thing from over here? I cannot. To get the ability to go through bars. Sure, that's something that I'll get in due time, and I kinda hope I get it soon, because I've already seen a bunch of stuff that I could get by going through bars. It's quite soothing, boys. Have you ever think about doing ebook readings? Well, thank you, but I've actually done a few readings of stuff here and there. I have a few of them on my YouTube channel, which there should be a link to below the stream if you take a look there. Been meaning to knock out a few more of those, but I don't know. Hasn't really been happening due to indecisiveness and me using my time for other things. Alright then. Glad this place has a parking lot.
Scene of the event. We have no news about their location, but the provisional number of victims makes us fear the worst for our colleagues. The green cloud is expanding over the city, transforming both the living and the dead. Brutal creatures are coming out of it, like the ones seen in the images. The creatures are extremely violent, and the security forces have set up barricades all around the city to try to contain them. Many people are now asleep at this time of night. Citizen collaboration will be... I've been informed that the governor's appearance has been cancelled, and he's not answering calls from our newsroom. The worst is... This is like nothing we've ever seen before. It doesn't make sense anymore to try to calm your fears. As far as I can tell, the gates of hell have opened under the city. Look for your loved ones, and run for your...
But don't let me finish that statement.
Has she said anything yet?
Yes. To tell you the truth, she hasn't shut up.
Do you find me attractive, my prince?
I've tried reading her mind, but there is only chaos and fury there.
Because he's impotent.
Something is buried deep,
You both are.
but I'm unable to see it.
My dear Sobek. If only you could see what I see. I see you.
She's too far
while my
gone.
brother's skin
She'll
swell
kill
up.
herself
It'll
before we
be
get anything
slow,
out of her.
Very slow, so you feel every
If she was
pain
human again,
imaginable.
I might be able to reach her.
For siding against us, you scum!
Then let's give her back her humanity.
Oh, make me pretty again. Oh,
Yes,
please make
but
me
how?
pretty again.
This disease is manufactured, so they must have made an antidote as well.
Oh, you are so clever. So clever, my handsome
Yes.
prince.
Of course. It must have been created when developing the virus to protect those chosen to serve them. Judging by the look of you, sadly it would seem you're not one of the chosen, my dear.
No, my dear. Sadly, I am just one of Satan's horse.
I'll go back to the corporation, look around, see what I can
Very
find.
well, but make your own way there. It's risky to open a portal. It's likely the Acolytes are aware of her disappearance by now. I don't want to leave supernatural traces that could lead back to me.
For mercy, you pigs! You disgust me! You scum! You scum!
By the way, you have enough experience points away in your skill. Do you know what that skill would be? Oh, this one. Don't want that one though, I want the other one. Oh well, so... we can hang out here, but apparently nothing will be said.
You will be
Oh, wait.
his slave forever, creature.
Never mind, right, get up one bit of flavor text at least. What else was I gonna say? I feel like I had something in mind and it completely slipped my mind. So I was thinking about what to say. Oh yeah, I think I was gonna say, you know, if Sobek has a thing where it's like, hey, I don't want to do this because I don't want to leave magical traces or whatever. Are you telling me that Dracula's not gonna do that either? Because he's been using plenty of bullshit magic so far. No reason to believe that's gonna stop anytime soon. So I don't know, I've been playing this for a while, so I think I'll go a little bit longer and then call it a stream for now. Let's see what we got in front of us right now though. Apparently every person in this city might now be a demon. Wonder if their attention's gonna be diverted at all by my smashing that crap in the background. Apparently not at all. They're not gonna acknowledge that I exist until I start attacking them directly. Ugh. There we are. So we'll finish it off the flashy way. And okay, this is where the wolf medallion is. We'll go back to the castle if we are so inclined, which I am not particularly right now. Oh, that guy. Doesn't even have a scroll for me to read, how rude. Right, and now we... you know, this is...
The flames don't go out entirely. I must do something else to extinguish them.
Alright then. Wonder what that could be. Apparently not enough of that. Not enough to hit them with that. Is there something else to extinguish them? Right, well, to have this I suppose. Guessing this might be like a leak, which is why the water's not going all the way over to the other side. I don't think freezing the pipe is gonna help though. It has the opposite effects, which is why it can be a problem in reality. Alright, that takes care of that. Let's we come out in this plaza with the massive statues. airplane coming down and crashing, I guess. Yep, everything looks fine right now. See, this is fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Is that one building on the left like Notre Dame? It looked like it was in the same shape and had the stained glass window and everything. Hello. Right, well, time to fight some more demonic demons. It's gonna take up a lot of our time, I have the feeling. A lot of our time. Alrighty then. So where even this place that we came from with the elevator? The feeling it's just like the building where Sobek lives, where we were inside. Guess it might be, because I'm pretty sure it's the same style on the door that we saw before. I did see one of those upgrade boxes back here, so I'm kinda wondering. Can I not access it from this side? I guess not, you gotta go around. It's kinda silly, because you could clearly just jump over that and get to it that way, but can't allow for somebody to break the game like that, surely. Actually, shit, I don't know. It might be a good idea for me to just get that box for now and have that be the last thing I do for now. Hey, first, I clearly must explore what is down here. Just Tears of a Saint. Well, let me bring one of these. Wait, what that looks like, I guess. Is there even anything back here? Certainly haven't found it, if that's the case. Go back down here one more time, because I feel like I missed something like that's deeper into this place, and I just miss whatever this is. Right, no, guessing I'm gonna need the ability to go through bars, which I still don't have. And this is weird. It's so odd having to, get accustomed to the open world nature of this game after being used to the mission-based nature of the first Lords of Shadow before. I don't know, a part of me feels like they could have made it work. They could have made this one mission-based, and maybe that actually would have been an improvement, because, in that sense, I think the structure of the first Lords of Shadow wasn't really bad. It worked quite well. But, they just didn't follow through, or follow up on that. When they made this game, so you get what you see before you, which is, You know, it's not unprecedented, I think, actually, come to think of it, every other 3D Castlevania was like this, to an extent. I mean, Castlevania 64 was kinda mission-based, like, I think you can backtrack in that if you really want to. Well, not very far, actually. So it's mission-based in the sense that, like, every area is self-contained. Okay, I can't actually get the box because I can't go through the bars. That's wonderful. Guess I'm killing another demonic demon. Of which there are many. Actually kind of disconcerting. I didn't really notice until now that if you like that dodge in the direction of an enemy, you can like knock them off their feet for a bit. That's kind of handy, I suppose. There we go, take sure of that. So here with the right next to the flaming Sahib place. Actually not sure, like we're in fantasy alternate reality Europe with monsters and shit we're supposed to be. I want to say Romania, but even I'm not really sure, like what word is Dovshe? What language is Dovshe a word in? Because that's what the building in the kind of Times Square section that we see in the post-credit scene thing says. Books. New books. It's weird because you see this, you know, all these words and signs that look like they're in this Slavic language that I don't know what it is. And then you get words in English like that. So I don't even know what to make of that. Hello. Can I just not reach that right now? Oh, I guess I go this way. And while I'm in here, I can reform, I think. Guessing this is just gonna take me back to the place I came from. Very curious about it now, though. Okay, like that's a one-way passage. Is there anything before we get back to the... No, there isn't. Okay, well, had to make sure. Well, didn't have to make sure, but wanted to make sure. To satisfy my curiosity as to how this is laid out. Well, hey, sure. Apparently that chair is not sufficiently fragile to break. None of this stuff is sufficiently fragile to break. Oh, but we do have more lore, it seems. Memorial to Andras the Weigel. Oh yeah, that guy. We found his dead body in the ephemeral castle, I think. Descendants of the Wygolds, deeply rooted in the city, wish to express and share with their neighbors and visitors their eternal admiration and gratitude to the brave Andros. Pleased to celebrate that the Prince of Darkness was defeated forever by all those who fought and died, so that we live in peace today. Alright. Well, we can find out what he actually did. The elevator closed. Primordial chaos. Sad expression on the faces of my parents. So he just died. That's what he did. No, it's God of War 2. Any more AoE spam bosses? No, surprisingly no. I think pretty much all the bosses in this are like super easy compared to any other boss in the first game. I don't remember having any particular trouble with any of them. Off the top of my head. Is this thing, is it a dodo egg? I think it is. What if I transmute this into Ensnare Demon? Oh, I can get it. It's clearly a good idea. How do I go down here? What doesn't it look like? She needed to hang on to that unless I was like climbing back up. The first founders, from the Architect's Guild to the founders of the city following the siege of Dracula's castle, his subsequent defeat, the site remained in ruins for at least 2 centuries. Generations for the first colonists who dare set foot in a land considered to be cursed. Decided to establish themselves on the foundations of the destroyed castle, found in the colony that is our city today. As terrible as the events that occurred during the reign of Dracula were, the very existence of the city is proof of the strength, determination, blah blah blah. Here, let's build on the Indian burial ground. This will never backfire. This is clearly a good idea. These demonic demons using tools. Oh, that's just a reflection. If it was something else, to how shiny it was due to... I don't know why it's so shiny, actually. Like, what is it even reflecting? It's one of those games where for some reason it like doesn't render. Yeah, even if you can't see the moon because it's like behind buildings or whatever, it doesn't render those buildings in the reflection, so you just see the moon. That's great. Never played Castlevania. This might get me into the series. Also, I'm doing some birthday drinking. Well, oh well, happy birthday, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. Like these games are alright, I guess, on their own, but like they have nothing to do with the rest of the series, I can tell you that much. Oh boy. Demonic demons. This is its own canon, yes, actually. Like the way they do it is basically take a bunch of names, characters and stuff like that from the old canon, which has pretty much every game before this. They like, I don't know, like make up new stories for them. That are only vaguely related to the ones from the old canon, but they don't exist in the same universe, I can put it that way. Which is kind of weird, because like every game that came before this reboot began, that's pretty much what it is, a reboot. Every game before this was connected somehow, like it was part of the same timeline, if you will. But then this wasn't. own self-contained thing, kind of, that... that just abandoned everything that came before it for some reason. Oh, alright. Can I do anything about that? Doesn't look like I can. At least not right now. What if I go over here? Oh boy, I have enough experience points to buy a new skill, but I still don't have enough experience points to buy the skill that I want, so I'm gonna keep ignoring that. Which I do have to go that way. Wait, what? Just saw a prompt show up, Shadow Dagger. Oh, over there? It's already done. Obviously. Let's go in the shower. Patient disinfection. Auto start when doors close. Are the doors gonna close? Oh, we're getting close.
Security door closed.
Yes, we really want to take a shower right now.
In 3, 2, 1. Procedure finalizing. The doors will open.
Couldn't you just have forced the other door open? Hang on a minute. Okay, I was gonna say, is that the picture of Jesus that was like really badly restored by some woman, but no, that is something else. Oh, man, we also got more demons. Can't not have demons, you see. Ones who love to dodge. Okay, so we can take down that door. See how only extremely vague memories of any of these places, any of these stages, locales, I guess. This is another one of these games that I only played through once, and I didn't really bother to do too much with it after the fact. Oh, I came from here. I thought I had come from there. Master the skill. Alright. What skill is it? Oh, it's the normal whip attack. What a surprise that I should have mastered that in particular. Origins of the mental hospital. In 1902, during the foundation works for the building, a mass grave was discovered with thousands of skeletal remains of newborns, right? Until then, no one believed certain legends about the concubines of Dracula who transformed into snakes entered the houses of the towns around the castle and took away the babies. Now we know those horrible legends are true. That's why they made a mental hospital, or they discovered that after they made the mental hospital. And I don't know. I feel like I should just stop soon. It's already past 11, which is my normal cutoff time, but let's see if I can at least get out of this room first. Oops. Find some interesting gravity here. So I did notice this rut area before. Oh, okay, we can... There's all these things here right now. Yeah, we can't interact with it while in rut form. We can cross to the other side with those holes. What is the other side, pray tell? Oh, it's something below. That's our demonic demons here. Should we just ignore them? Ignore them until we can regain our normal appearance, at least. Oh hey, somebody crashed the party. Does this guy have green skin? Can I please get rid of this one guy? Alright. It takes a long ass time to do the executions that way. I guess it happens eventually. There we go. And here's a place to recover our magic, which makes me imagine that there's something coming up eventually that we're gonna need it for. Like perhaps if we go this way. Oh jeez, we got evil blood vampires. Try to them, that's new. We must really combine stab at least. Oh, GG already later, right. Oh, later, zero. I'm gonna end this off pretty soon. Wait, I was meaning to end it off a little while ago, but I think I was gonna use as my autosave check. Was actually not accessible. So now I'm gonna have to find some other point at which I can do that. I'm actually not even sure when this autosaves. I can't see visual indication of it. Assuming there is one. This might be it, right. Get this, get the void gem thingy. I'm looking at all parts of the screen right now. Oh, I already got that. Didn't even realize. Counter-Strike stab, I should probably get that. And so I have. Actually, wait a minute, what if I quit the game right now? Does it close the whole thing? Yes, it does, right, so... Okay, right before I... Well, I'm pretty much done for now, but... Before I end the stream, let me just check something. If I start this up in safe mode again, right, I'm gonna have to re-enter my old configurations that I have had set for it, because it starts up in the tiny window again, but with any luck, it should have at least saved. If not, then I just lost like 4 hours of gameplay, so you know. Alright, yeah, pretty sure this is an indication that something happened. Game saves data automatically at certain points.
The Biochemec Corporation must have created an antidote for this demonic plague.
Yeah, maybe so. Well, I'm all the way back here, but did I at least get... I don't know if I did, but But then, if I didn't, then it's not such a big deal, it's not that much. But yeah, I think I'm pretty much done for now, so... And I'm pretty tired, like always, so you know, I thank everybody for coming, like always. Thanks for chatting, always great whenever people chat, and I will see you sometime soon, probably tomorrow, since it's Friday. Might be back to doing stuff in Terraria or something. And beyond that, I don't know, maybe I'll stream something different. Kinda waiting for a thing before I get to that though. But you'll see. I think, maybe, possibly, potentially. But until then, I'm gonna go take off, so yeah, goodbye, night. I could try to find some more music to play, like, for the outro, but don't think I can, like, think of Castlevania 4 music like I used for the first Lords of Shadow, or an equivalent for it to use for this game, so screw it. Just goodbye.